Jai Gurudatta, welcome all. We will be having a wonderful session, a discourse by Dr. Prabhakar Calyam Garu. Thanks to Sri Dr. Prabhakar Calyam Garu for accepting our request and presenting this discourse on role of Veda in daily life. Dr. Prabhakar Garu is a Vedic scholar and a former professor of Vedas at the Hindu University of America in Orlando. He has published more than 300 research papers. He is the founder of Nada Veda Adhyayana Kendra to impart knowledge, training, and recitation of Veda mantras. In 1998, Dr. Prabhakar Garu has inaugurated the Bangalore chapter of WAVES, that is Wider Association of Vedic Studies. He is actively engaged in spreading the message of the Vedas to communities in India and USA. Please welcome Dr. Prabhakar Calyam Garu. He is going to give us a wonderful discourse on role of Veda in the daily life. Prabhakar Garu, over to you, please.
Thank you very much. Sri Gurubhyo Namaha Harihi Om. Sri Gurubhyo Namaha Harihi Om. Om Agne Naya Supatharaye Asman Vishwani Deva Vayunani Vidwan Yuyodhyasmajjuhurana Meno Bhuishtham Te Namavuktim Vidhema Om Shanti 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 Om Bhadram Karne Bhisrunuyama Devaha Bhadram Pasyema Akshabhiryajatraha Sthirairangaihi Tushtuvagum Sastanubhihi Vyasema Devahitam Vyadayuhu Swasti na Indro Vruddhashravaha Swasti na Pusha Vishwavedaha Swasti nastarshyo Arishtanemi Swasti no Bruhaspatir Dadatu Om Shanti 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 Shuklam Baradharam Vishnum Sasivarnam Chaturbhujam Prasannavadanam Dhyayet Sarva Vighnopashantave Chaturmukhamukham Bhojakalaham Sabadhurmama Manase Ramatam Nityam Sarva Shukla Saraswati Dattathreyam Mahatmanam Varadam Bhaktavatsalam Prapannartiharam Vande Smartugami Sano Avatu Artriputro Mahatejaha Dattatreyo Mahamunihi Tasya Smaranamatrena Sarva Papai Pramuchyate. So thank you very much that we are able to have one more important talk upon the subject, the role of Veda in the daily life or today or in the journey of life journey of all people in the contemporary times. Well, this particular topic has got to be noted because these days the Vedic knowledge is not reaching all people, and people are all having the excuse or so, we don't understand Veda, we don't understand them and all that. No, it is not like that, because there is a plenitude of work done on each Veda, on this Vedic corpus, and therefore, if we can spare some time, we will be definitely able to catch hold of it. But then again, we feel a shortage of time and interest and anxiety, etc. So sometimes discourses like this, if we were to listen to, then also we may be inspired and we come to know the insights. So as we know, the word Veda is a knowledge. What is knowledge? Knowledge is always to know, to experience, and also to spread to others. That's why it is called a part of education. So education means what you know to know, what you do not know it, and see that that's what is education. Therefore, this today, I think we will just try to note down the important features of these four Vedas in general, and in particular the Rig Veda. In fact, as it is said, the entire Veda mantra Rasi was a floating mass, and nobody knows what is what and all that. Then Bhagavan, Vyasa Bhagavan came into this world from Krishna Dvaipayana, his call. He came to this Svetadvipa, I'm sorry, this Jambu Dvipa, and tried to classify the Veda Mantra Rasi into four divisions. One, he said, Rig Veda, Yajurveda, Samaveda, and Atharvaveda. And further, because then there are also Upavedas to each of these Vedas. So like that, the entire Vedic literature has become so vast that people are trying to catch up. Moreover, our Veda Mantra Rasi was too large, and we so much we have lost also. Actually, I see Vedaha Nisvasitam, this is the revelations given to the rishis by the Paramatma themselves directly. There are so many theories that how the Veda has come down to mankind upon the earth. But the rishis, they are able to elevate themselves. Dharma kaptapo bhikamaha. They were able to elevate themselves, meditate, and get to know about the gods, and the gods themselves have given knowledge about them, about human life, and about the achievements, about the goals, and all that has been given to us. So that way, we have a large number of mantras. What is actually mantra? Mantra means mananat trayata iti mantraha, and manayantam trayata iti mantraha means that those people who keep on reflecting, reciting, and brooding over, and reciting the mantra repeatedly, they will be able to get hold of the meaning, and at the same time, they are being benefited in number of ways, in the ways that they do not know at all. But after all human beings want to have a easy life, comfortable life, and fruitful life. Therefore, these mantras have got that kind of a goal to educate, to attract, and to impress, and also fructify to the needs of the people. That's why every mantra, and moreover, manayantam trayata iti means those who respect mantras, then they will be also protected. That's why manana, manayatam, manayatum. So these are the two important things that are necessary for a mantra. And how the mantras come up means we have got that Nama Rushibhyo, Nama Mantra Krudbhyo, Mantra Patibhyo. There are Rushis, and there are Mantra Kruts, there are Mantra Patis, and division also are there. So no knowledge is possible without the uh, help of a teacher or a Rishi. So that's why whenever you think of the Veda mantra, then it has got several. And moreover, whenever we utter the mantras, all mantras are sounds only, shabdam. So the shabdam is attractive, and through nada only we are able to get knowledge. And moreover, we are always told that Paramatma, we are all Atmas, but there is somebody who is higher than all our Atmas. That's what is called Ishvara and Paramatma, or the highest God. That highest God is there seated in us in the heart. And so how does the God get into you? Everybody means right from birth, through the sounds, through the ear, the mantras are recited, the sounds, through the ear they enter, and they settle down at the heart, and that is what the mantra. So Shabda Rupa, Paramatma will get into our heart. That's how the gods always take seat into our heart. So there are a number of theories to explain how God gets into, and nada is important, the sounds are important. That's why, as we recited just now, Bhadram Karnebhihi Shrunayama Devaha means we have got to listen all happy sounds. And those happy sounds, sacrificial sounds, these are the mantra sounds which are uttered by the Purohits and learned scholars and Brahmanas and others, should have some kind of influence on us. That's why we say our karna, the auditory power should be good. Then we should be able to see the sacrifices, noble people, their performances, and therefore our eyes should be good. And again, in order to go to places, meet people, and get hold of knowledge, fruitful knowledge, and which will be helpful to our betterment of thinking and behavior, then our indriyas and our members of the body must be firm. And ultimately, we should have the swasti, swasti, and swasti. So all these things are possible through the mantra shakti or mantra. So that's why mantras are devas are brahmanadhinam and brahmanas are mantrahadhinam. So everything, there is a lot of connection between that. Therefore, whenever we listen to the utterance of the mantras, they have a lot of message, lot of influence, a lot of good to do to us. And even if there is something different in our body, a change in the body, health, physically, mentally, and all spiritually, that would be also rectified and you become comfortably happy. That's why, especially for human beings, that's a great boon, because the Manava Janma is the only ultimate Janma after which you can become God, man and God, God and man. These are the two consecutive juxtaposed positions in the creation, in the species, in the number of species. Therefore, having got the man's birth, it is a great blessing and punyam. And secondly, we're all told that we have actually pledged a lot of our punyam before the God, before the Ishvara, asking him to give us a human body, and therein also certain positive, advantageous assets in us, so that we can make our life very good. So that's why the Veda, that is with, to know, knowledge. Knowledge is the only one. What is that Veda? What is that knowledge? Because that knowledge is Dharmam, knowledge is Paramatma. That's why it is said, Veda Shivaha, Shivo Vedaha, Vedadhyayi Sadashivaha, and Tasmat Sarva Prayatnena Vedameva Abhyaset. So, Veda is Lord Shiva, Veda Shivaha. Shiva means not only the God Shiva, Ishvara, but also Shanti Pradata ityartha. That is, we can have settled, peaceful mind and absence of worry and other things, but remain tranquil, equilibrium of mind and all that. That's why Vedaha Shivaha. And which is that Veda? Shivo Vedaha. The Veda is Shiva himself. That is Shantikaraha Shivaha. Pragnanagaraha Karaha Shivaha, etc. So that's why Shiva. And then Vedadhyayi Sadashivaha. That is anybody who tries to study, understand, and get all the vibrations and benefits out of that, not only to himself, but to others also, because Veda is not egoistic thinking. There's always the flow of enthusiasm, sharing, and universal good. Sarve lokaha, sarve janaha sukhino bhavantu. That kind of concept is being instituted, is being instilled in all our Veda mantras. So they're all Utsaha Bharitas. So we can talk much about the Veda, Veda mantra, identifications given for the Vedas and all that. So let us be a little particular to know what is Rig Veda. In fact, when our Kalyanji asked me, then we said we should have some discourses regarding Vedas, sir. Yes, I thought because Rig Veda, Yajurveda, Samaveda, Atharvaveda, we want to cover all these four Vedas and how they are distinguished each other and how they are employed in a common enterprise. That's what we call yajna. Whenever you do a sacrifice, the sacrifice involves so many things: manpower, money power, and people power, and so many things are there. God power. So everything. That's why there is dravya sekarana, devata ahvana, and dravya tyaga. So the definition of yajna goes like that. It itself is a big subject, because yajnena yajnamayajanta devaha tani dharmani prathamani asan. तेह नाकं महिमानः सचन्ते यत्र पूर्वे साध्याः सन्ति देवाः. You must have all heard, whenever you perform some Satyanarayana Vratam or any puja or any home or anything like that, when it is all concluded, the Purohit will utter to send the particular god whom you have invited to send back to their respective. That's Uddvasana. Avahana, Dhyana, Pujana, Arpa, then Abhisheka and all these upacharas you will be doing. But ultimately, when the whole work is over, when Ashirvada is also being received, what you do is you don't want to keep the big people in our house. It is very difficult to maintain big people in our house. They're all very pious and they are very careful. So whenever they are invited, they come. And when you send them away, they come away. That's why we say Ganapati Vappa, Bhorya, all people are sending away Ganapati after puja and say, Orya, Orya. But now don't stay with us, but let your grace and blessings be on with everybody in our family in the lokas. So that's what we call Uddvasana. That is trying to send them away and then bring them back. The gods are such a noble people. Whenever you invite them, they come. When whatever you offer to them as a part of Naivedya or Nivedana or the Yajna Bhaga or all that, they accept it. And then they will bless you and they go away also. But something like Ganapati who constantly sits with you, there are Agni and Ganapati. Agni in Veda, Ganapati in later Puranic functions. So anyway, there is all constantly one vigilant God sitting there, going through and listening to all that, and ultimately blessing you what he can deserve you. That's why whenever we invite Ganapati, we say Uti Visida Sadhanam. That you should know. Aya Ganapati, you try to come to my yard of sacrifice or puja gurha or puja venue and listen to that with the gifts in your hand. And bhuti is the presentations, blessings. And sit down, and when once you are going away, then you leave all your blessings with us and go away. Something like even Purohit also, he will bring the God and blessings, and then he alone goes away after Dakshina taking, and the gods remain in our own house. So here, Tani Dharma in the sloka mantra I mentioned from Rigveda 10th Mandala Purusha Suktam, Tani Dharmani Prathamani Asan. So they have become the primary, foremost dharma to all human beings. If you were to worship gods, if you were to honor the honorable people, deserving people, that itself is taken as a great work. And what would happen is Mahimanaha Bhavanti. They all become bettered because of this kind of activity or religious program. Therefore, yajna is a dharma. Even in Vishnu Sahasranama also, there is the point. What is that? Achara prabhavo dharma, dharmasya prabhurachyutaha. So, achara, the sampradaya, the tradition in which all people have been placed, right from cradle to grave, we are all in the tradition. We are born in a tradition, we live in a tradition, and we complete ourselves, our life in the tradition. That's why all the tradition is the parampara, coming down from generations together. So we have what I'm enjoying is the Veda parampara. So the Vedic heritage or Vedic tradition or Vedic knowledge or everything, all that Vedic, because it's a knowledge filled. Vedic means knowledge filled activity. Whatever activity is filled with the knowledge, definitely it is paying dividends to us. Therefore, that dharma, dharmo hi tesham adhiko visheshaha, dharmena hinaha pasubhis samanaha. So those men who do not at all attach to dharma, but they drop down their own dharma, they are just equal to the beast. Pasubhihi samanaha is said that they are like the beast. What does beast do? Beast behaves. A jantu, I mean the pasu, just behaves out of instinct. Whereas man has got the buddhi. Sarvasya jantoho buddhi rasti. Among that, even human beings have got the buddhi, intelligence that can grow to any extent, because we are all samyak jantus. We are perpendicular to the ground, 90 degrees up the ground. Therefore, there is the scope for us to grow toward the growth of intelligence. And therefore, in the world now, you see people with varied intelligence, varied achievement, varied kinds of noble life or otherwise also are existent in the world, because it's all human like that. But animals not like that. They are horizontal to the ground. Whatever instinct, whatever that, they are just filled by the, I mean, urged by the emotion and die and attack and all that. So that's why dharma is most important. And where do you find the source for dharma is also a good question. Sir, uh, where is the source for that? Because source, if you can go, then you will be original. And whatever speeches the people give it, they're all deriving knowledge from the source only. But if you go to the source, then you get plenitude. For example, Namulam likhyate kvachitu is the formula. One of the commentators, Malinatha, says they keep the moolam, Valmiki Ramayanam or Mahabharata, Vyasa or some such Vedic text, they keep it. And from that, they have got the scope for interpretation. In how many angles the same text could be seen depends upon the intelligence of the persons who ever focus their attention upon it. Therefore, we have got number of branches, number of courses, and number of ways of understanding, and we are being benefited. Therefore, the source is Veda. Again, we come to the Veda. That is the knowledge. And what is the Veda? This Veda has been given to us in 4 divisions. They say Samhita, Brahmana, Aranyaka Upanishad, and so Aranyakas, Upanishads, and later on we have got the classical epics like the Mahabharata, Ramayana, Mahabharata, and Bhagavatam, and further on and on. And again, and these are all called Vidyas, sciences. There are Chaturdasha Vidyaha. There are 4 Vedas, 6 Vedangas, Mimamsa, Nyaya, Purana. All these things go to 14 Vidyas. And that's a different matter. So I want to say that the source is the Veda, where there is the participation of highly intelligent rishis, highly intelligent scholars, highly such great scholars who have got pratibha, vyutpatti, and devata anugraha. Dhatu prasada. That's why dhatu prasadat mahimana misam pasyati. So Mahanarayana Upanishad tells that apart from all the effort, intelligent effort that we do, but there should be the agreement and confirmation and support and inspiration from the Paramatma. Dhatu is the creator. Paramatma should bless, then we will be able to uncover so many secrets of the in the knowledge. So the secret should be unread. That's why Upanishad, when you come to the Upanishads, it is all the secret knowledge is being unfolded, and we become richer and richer and richer. In this sequence, I told you that Vedaha Chatvaraha, there are 4 Vedas. That is Rig Veda, Yajur Veda, Samaveda, Atharveda is one order. Another order which is approved in our Vedas is Rigveda, Samaveda, Yajurveda, and Atharvaveda. But actually, Atharvaveda is not recognized for a very long time as a Veda. But later on, they gave the Veda status to Atharveda. So all the time, highly popular is Trayi. Trayi Vidya means Ruk Vidya, Yajur Vidya, and Sama Vidya. These are the Trayi Vidya, Trayi Vedyam. Like that, the word Trayi comes into picture. Now, I have reserved my talks for the subsequent times regarding the other ones. So today I am only to focus on the Rig Veda. Rig plus Veda. Rig Veda, they call it. So Rigs are prayers. Rigs are the hymns. Rigs are the praises of the various gods. One should always feel that he is not anyway all in all and completely knowledgeable, completely great. That ego, aham will not work at all, because in the world, in the creation, there are always people who are superior, and further superior people are there. That's why in Taittiriya Upanishad, the Acharya Anusasanam, Guru tells the student, Acharyaya priyam dhanam datta, Acharyaya priyam dhanam ahrutya prajatantum mahavyavatsesi. That's one injunction. Another thing is, see, अस्म श्रेयांसो ब्राह्मणाः तेषां त्वयासनेन प्रस्वसितव्यम्. Dear Baba, don't think that I am your guru par excellence and be done with that. Whatever knowledge I imparted to you is only something. But there are yet more intelligent, well-read, and highly elevated scholars will be there. Asmat Seyagumso Brahmana. Brahmana means Brahmavid Brahmana. And there in the word Brahmana, not always the caste comes into picture. Whoever studies Veda, he becomes a Brahmin. Brahmavid Brahmana. Anybody who tries to get the knowledge of Veda, knowledge of the sacred knowledge, he becomes a Brahmin. You know that Vishwamitra Maharshi is such a great, he was only a Raja, became Rajarshi, and ultimately did not stop until Vasishtha Maharshi declared him to be a Brahmarshi at all. Even Brahmadeva comes and declares, oh Vishwamitra, you are Brahmarshi. No, you are not eligible to, you are not having the certification to declare others as Brahmarshis. Only Vasishtha Maharshi is eligible. So like that, that kind of Brahmatvam, Brahmanatvam, and Brahmat, all that is really noble and greater. In that context, we have got Rik, means prayer. And otherwise, English people will say it is called hymnology. Hymnology means the technology or the method by which you can compose, you can get prayers and praises done to the gods, to the higher people. Stuti. That's why it is called Shamsa. In Rigveda, the mantras are also called as a Ukta, Shamsa, and Rik, etc. So these are all these each name of each mantra in the Rigveda has got specific significance and meaning and application too. Because Vedas are not just like that, they are all employable, applicable, viniyoga, and also enjoyable. At the same time, they can be used as the gadgets to get healing, to get all advantages, whatever the human life desires at. Therefore, our Sankaracharya has given a clue to all human beings. Beautiful. Vedo nityamadhiyatam tadiditam karma swanushtiyatam. With that he starts. Aya, read every day a mantra or Vedaksharas you should utter. Yani Vedaksharani vasanti tani devatari. So if you just utter a Veda mantra, that is mantra or utterance which contains praise to other gods, recognition of the honor of the other gods, and also submitting your desires, because people, gods also do not know anything. They know only when you make them known. ದೇವ್ರಿಗೆಲ್ಲ ಗೊತ್ತು, ದೇವ್ರಿಗೆ ನನಗೇನು ಕೇಳಬೇಕೆಲ್ಲ దేవునికి అన్నీ తెలుసండి. No. Our Satabad Brahmana Yajurveda tells us, no, you have to mention some specific wants, something like you give list. Then only you will work on that, and plus Paramatma will take care of it. Therefore, Rik Veda. And in the Rig Veda, as our Vyasa Maharshi, who is Vyasa? Vishnu himself. The person who gave mantras, he himself came down as a Rishi and explained the mantras to us, and divided the mantras into some pigeonholes and made all necessary, understandable, convenient method ways out for our mantra rasi. Therefore, he says to put it into Rig and Yajus and Saman and all that. Rig means prayers, hymnology. And moreover, if at all you want to understand, Rigveda mantras are like the reception desk. Yajurveda mantras are just like the auditorium, where you have got the screen, entertainment, performance, observance, and you are treated as a guest, you are supplied. So all that is being done by the Yajurveda, and Samveda is taken as the entertainment that you can have whenever you attend some such sessions in the hall, in the auditorium and all that. So these three Vedas are very important in any sacrifice that is being taking place. Therefore, we have to invite them. For example, see in Rigveda, the nature of Rigveda is Agna Ayahi Vitaye Grunado Havyadataye Nihota Sat Subarhishi. So Agnayahi. See, there are so many gods like Agni, Indra, Soma, and Varuna, Chandra. Oh, so many gods are there. But among all the gods, very important gods are there. Agni, Indra, Rudra, Prajapati, Vishnu. Well, they're all very important. So you want them to come to your place of worship where you have arranged a venue, beautiful, clean, and all that. Therefore, look at this mantra, Agna Ayahi Vitaye. Whatever work or yajna I'm doing, please come, Agni, because Agni is something like Vinayaka. When Agni comes, all gods will come. Because Agni Mukhavai Devaha. See, Agni is the representative who will be at the forefront of all gods. So when Agni comes, all gods automatically follow him. Something like the leader. So the leadership is there in Agni. Agnaya, the Agnenaya Supatharaye Asman. So this mantra says, "Oh Agni, you please lead us in a righteous path, in the sacrifice and so on." So when you look at the mantras, which are very simple and very much appreciable. So actually, the Rigveda has got 10,028 mantras as available to us, because there were a number of mantras. See, in fact, we should know that how much we lost, how much we are now having, no ratio at all. So much, we have lost so many mantras. But we are not in these contemporary days, as the days to come also, we are not paying any attention at all to Rigveda mantras or the Veda mantras, because we are always, today what is happening is, all people are interested in the education, finance, well settlement, building buildings, earning money, and so on and so forth. That is what is called Loka Avidya, they call it. See, Avidyaya Mrutyum Tirtva Vidyaya Amritamasnute. When he said, see, all these acquisitions that we do, we have to leave everything and get out. That is certain. But still, when we are in youth and all that, we do not remember any philosophy or any Vedanta. We only are busy. Dhanagama Trishna. Shankaracharya says, Dhanagama Trishna. Everybody has got Trishna to acquire more and more wealth, more and more material. So materialism is not anything. You have to leave everything and go away. That's why that in Telugu we have got the Narasimha Satakam. In that Seshakavi says, తల్లి గర్భము నుండి ధనము తేడెవ్వడు వెళ్ళిపోయేనాడు వెంటగునడు. Nobody will bring some money from the mother's womb, or while going away, leaving the body, etc., then he will not take anything. And another point it is that the truth is that this is what Rigveda also emphasizes. The truth is Lakshadhikariyena Lavanamannamekani Merugu Brangaramam Ringabodu. So he is a Lakshadhikari, highly rich person. He has to eat only food which is with salt, and he cannot swallow golden plates or gold himself. So this is how the Vedantic Tattvam, the philosophy. So religion, magic, philosophy, esotericism, yoga, dhyana, well, all these important mind elevating gadgets or sadhanas are there filled in the Rigveda. See, whatever you want to say, that kind of meditational procedures are given, yoga procedures are given. That's why in Vishnu Sahasranamam, you observe that Bhishma telling yogo gnanam tatha sankhyam vidyaha silpa karmadicha etat sarvam janardanat. So what is Veda containing? Yoga, Gnanam, and all these things. Yoga, Gnanam, Sankhya. Sankhya is the mind importance. Buddhi Yoga, you call it. That's exactly what Krishna in Bhagavad Gita emphasized. You know, Bhagavad Gita, when all people are reading, even our Sachidananda, Ganapati Satchidananda Swamiji also is planning a wonderful meet recite in the Bhagavad Gita sometime in July 17th or so. Our Calyam and his brother, all people trying to get registrations for that Bhagavad Gita. Why? Because Bhagavad Gita su, Upanishadsu, Yoga Shastre, Moksha Shastre, etc. So that is what all is being given in the. But our Rigveda is not at all concerned with materialism. Don't consider like that. He talks about the ways to live the easy life, plus, 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 something like you say C++ and all that. All the plus, plus, plus are found in the Rigveda, and therefore it has got a universal attraction, not only in India, not only in Bharat. Nowadays, the Vedic knowledge, Vedic interpretation, the light from the Vedas, etc., is glowing, is shining all yellow everywhere in the world. And now this Rigveda, I told you it is 10,028 mantras, but you will be afraid, how can I learn all that? But if you just reduce that, you have only 1,028 suktas. Sukham bhuktam, sutaram bhuktam, sushtu bhuktam is called suktam. Bhuktam is utterance, that you utter. We are all given speech. Let's say walk is there. Vak Shakti is Paramatma Shakti. In fact, in Brihadaranyaka in Aitareya Upanishad, Vag is taken as a Jyoti, Vag Jyoti, Surya Jyoti, Chandra Jyoti, Nakshatra Jyoti. So ultimately, what is the Jyoti? Ultimate Jyoti is Purusha himself is the Jyoti. So that's one Upanishadic Siddhanta that we are being introduced. So in that matter, we have in the Rigveda mantras so much that suktas are there. And every sukta is limited by a number of mantras. They are called verses. And one thing is Rigveda is completely a metrical samhita. There is Chandas, Gayatri, Anushtup, Trishtup, Jagati, and these are all the various meters. Meter, that is trying to measures. That is, whenever there is a measure for the number of syllables or and there is a control, and there is a communication, and there is a message, and all the message has been packed into a small capsule. Because if everything is given to us, we get confused. So installment basis, we have got suktas, and 1,028 or more suktas are there. And all suktas are very, very beautiful. I'll just come to that in few minutes. Before that, I want to tell you that Rigveda is being divided into mandalas. It is a modern method. Then Europeans have come, and outside people, they all came into give a different name into the as to mandalas. So they divided the Rigveda mantra rasi into 10 mandalas. But before that, traditionally, they are called ashtakas. So ashtakas and suktas and kandikas or uktas or mantras like or ruks like that. That's why those people who follow the ruk, they are called rutviks. Rutvik is a purohit, and rutvik is the person who officiates and makes you perform that. He's called purohit, or he's called Brahma. And Brahma is said to be the officiating priest, and Kshatriya is the manager or sacrificer who sponsors the whole thing. So Brahma and Kshatriya, they join together and make all people, the entire globe, being benefited by performing the yajnas. And therefore, wherever there is a wonderful amity, friendship, cooperation, coordination between the priesthood and royalty, that is what is said to be Punyam Lokam. That's a Punya Loka. And that Punya Loka we should create, and we should enjoy, and we should reap the corresponding benefits and make our division of span of life. After all, 10 decades. See, first decade gone, second decade studies, third decade search for jobs and settlement, marriage, then third, fourth, fifth fretting for management and settle down and acquisition and all that. Fifth and sixth. Then after sixth decade and onwards, you retired. And then it's called Vanaprastham. And in Vanaprastha also, you cannot afford to be at leisure. You retire only in the office, but not in the house. So you have to do a lot of housework. If you don't want to do housework, you have to go to forest. So Aranyas, that's why you got Aranyakas. So wherever you go, the Veda will be your companion. When you are doing some sacrifice, the Vedas come into. So that's why we have got Gurkha Sutras, Srauta Sutras, Sulpa Sutras, and Dharma Sutras, etc., etc. So there is a plenitude of literature divided. So the Rigveda has got first mandala is like the it contains all Rishis revelations clubbed there. And the ninth mandala is Pavamana mandala, where Soma Pavamana, and that is one talking about Soma. And 10th mandala again, like the first mandala, and the remaining mandalas, 2 to 8. Second to seventh mandalas are called as the Rishi mandalas. That is, the family of Rishis are there. For example, who are the great Veda family Rishis of Rigveda responsible? Gritsamada, Vishwamitra. Gritsamada is second mandala. The Vishwamitra, third mandala, Vamadeva, fourth mandala, Atri, fifth mandala, Bharadwaja, sixth mandala, Vasishtha, seventh mandala, Kandva and Angirasa in eighth mandala. So these are all the mandalas. And again, we have so many. And we have got the recensions of that. Rigveda is not available to us completely. As I told you, what we have lost is more than what we have. But we are not able to pay any attention to that much little knowledge available to us now, which is in the print form. See, we don't go to manuscripts. Even among the manuscripts, we have got Talapatra Granthas, we have got paper manuscripts, and different, and also embossment over the copper plates, other plates. Wonderful. We are very, very rich from the knowledge point of view. The Bharatiyas, the Rishi Parampara, that's why Narayana Samarambham, Sankaracharya Madhyamam, Asmad Acharya Paryantam, Guru Paramparam Namami. So, other people may say, uh, Ramanuja or Madhva, whatever it is, but Sankaracharya Madhyamam, because he is the earliest Acharya among, so he is a Jagat Guru Sankaracharya. So Sankaracharya Madhyamam. So you know that Sankara, within 32 years, he has given the entire essence of our Vedic knowledge. He has not written any commentary to any Veda, but what the essence of all the Vedas want to communicate and sustain and educate and make the life of the people anytime eternal, not only last year or this year or the next year, happier, understandable, enthusiastic. So Sankaram Sankaracharyam. And moreover, Sakshat Sankaro Babhuva. Some such great acharyas have come in the contemporary life after Vedic period, after epic period, after Puranic period, and they're all doing kurvantaha lokahitam. So you observe in 10th mandala, we have also various rishis and number of suktas, which are, so we are all using more and more suktas from 10th mandala of the Rig Veda. More. And what is this Rig Veda at all? So prayers. The first mantra, first sukta, first mandala, first sukta of Rig Veda contains prayer for Agni. Agnimile Purohitam Rutwijam Ratnadhatamam, etc. So this Agnimile Purohitam, who is Agni, is a Purohita. Purasya hitam karoti yaha saha Purohitaha anta. Yargu Pura andrenu people, and Pura means the city. Pura means containing amenities. And whatever amenities are there in a town or in a city are not enough. You are observing these days how many concrete jungles are coming up, and all old houses and long standing trees are fell down, and new blocks are coming up. Still it goes on again, because Bhudevi is so much that people are all building, and though they complain scarcity of water, power, and etc., still they don't matter. Somehow they are trying, because this is the kind of development in the modern days, the technology. Earlier, we didn't have any internet and all that, so children were under our control. They were listening to us, they were sitting with us and learning more and more. These days, the children are not available to us. And thanks to Swamiji's like Ganapati Sachidananda, who tries to commend a large number of people, at least for a day or for some hours, to join to wonderful common program. Like that, we are also doing in the Veda Jena Kendra. I don't know how many people were benefited. 29 years, 30th year it is. And so many people have come and learned and got benefited. And they are all very much faithful, acknowledging their gratitude to the Veda Purusha, that they are able to open up. Sir, ನಮ್ಗೆ ಗೊತ್ತಿದ್ದಿಲ್ಲ ಯಾವ ಒಂದು ವೇದ ಮಂತ್ರ ಹೇಳೋದಕ್ಕೆ ಬರ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದಿಲ್ಲ. మాకు ఒక వేద మంత్రం చెప్పడానికి ఉచ్చారణ చేయడానికి కూడా అవకాశం లేకుండా ఉంటుంది. ఇప్పుడు వేద మంత్రాలు చెప్పుకుంటున్నాము. లైక్ దట్ సమ్ పీపుల్ ఆర్ ఆల్ వెరీ హ్యాపీ. ఎందుకు చెప్పుకుంటున్నారంటే ఆ వేద మంత్రం లోపల మనకు కావాల్సినటువంటి విషయాలన్నీ ఉన్నాయి. అది ఏమి విషయాలు కంటెంట్స్ చెప్పుకుంటూ పోతే కంటెంట్స్ ఆఫ్ ది ఋగ్వేద ఇట్ సెల్ఫ్ బికమ్స్ ఎ వండర్ఫుల్ బిగ్ సబ్జెక్ట్. Because but still I cannot escape giving you the samples of the contents, what these rishis want to awaken us from. పుట్టినప్పుడు అందరికీ ఏమాత్రం జ్ఞానం లేదు. దట్స్ వై వీ హ్యావ్ గాట్ ది కోశస్ అన్నమయ ప్రాణమయ మనోమయ విజ్ఞానమయం ఆనందమయం ఆత్మ. ఆత్మ అంటే శరీరం, ఆత్మ అంటే పరమాత్మ who takes seat in us. Because in Purush Sukta it is said, of Veda said, ajayamano bahudha vijayate tasya dhira parijananti yonim. Observe. See, he will not be born. Paramatma will not take birth, but he will cause the birth to take place for all beings. Because he has caused all beings to come into the world, take birth, he himself also takes birth in the heart of them. Ruddese Arjuna Tishtami. So, Ajayamano, that's good, not being born himself. Bahudha Vijayate, he will again be born in a number of forms. Therefore, Alli Rama, Illi Rama, Illi Rama. So, Sarvatraga, that's why we call Jagannatha. We make a lot of puja and Rathotsava for Jagannatha in Puri, because Sarvam Jagannatham. And Shankaracharya says, Jagannatha Swami Nayana Pathagami Bhavatu me. So, Oji Jagannath Swami, Namakandage Kanskobeku. Let him appear before our eyes. If you can make the God appear before you because we have got the mind inside our eyes. That's what we call Charma Chakshu. Then inside you have got Gnana Chakshu. That Gnana Chakshu is one which is being given by the Guru. My Guru, Subramanya Shastri, from whom I learned Sanskrit while I was a school student, in the evening hours, I used to go and sit before him. ఆయనకు ఒకసారి కోపం వచ్చినప్పుడు మీకంతా కళ్ళు ఇచ్చానయ్యా చూడండి అని అరిచేవాడు. దెన్ వీఆర్ నాట్ ఏబుల్ టు ఎక్స్ప్లెయిన్ సంథింగ్ ఆర్ టెల్ మీనింగ్ ఆఫ్ సమ్ వర్డ్ అండ్ ఆల్ దట్. సో కళ్ళు ఇచ్చాను, దట్ ఈస్ దేవుడిచ్చిన కళ్ళు మామూలుగా ఉన్నది, బట్ హీ హాస్ గివెన్ ద జ్ఞాన చక్షుస్. సో దట్స్ వై జ్ఞానదాత్రి, దట్స్ వై యూ గాట్ దక్షిణామూర్తి స్వరూపం. దట్స్ వై that Rigveda gives us the inner eye. And when once the inner eye is open, the whole world looks the same. All differences merge. Na punyam, na papam. That's what Nirvana Satkam says. Then who are you? Chidananda Rupasya Sivoham Sivoham. So the Sivoham twice repeating Shankaracharya has double meaning. And in fact, in Mahanyasa for Rudrabhishekam, all people are doing. What is Mahanyasam? Mahanyasam is trying to superimpose yourself upon Rudra and make Rudra to get superimposed in you. And therefore, Narudro Rudra Marchaye, you and Rudra become one. Unless you both become one, you will not develop any kind of friendship, and there won't be any fear at all. The absence of fear is happiness. If you drop fear, all other things will automatically take checking. That's what all our Upanishad tells that bhayam, nirbhayaha, because Paramatma is there to give us the abhaya. So abhaya, abhayankara Paramatma, and therefore bhayakrut, bhayanasanaha. In Vishnu Sahasranama, who does cause you the fear? Paramatma does cause it. And bhayanasana, curer, healer, remover, etc. is himself. Sun gives the snow, he only has to do a scavenger job to clear the whole snow. Any sun will do. That's why Syam Hima, Syam Grunena, Syam, like that, Syam, Shanti, Shanti, all that. So you see such a beautiful expressions. But I don't want to go deeper because it will extend the thoughts. I just want to be pertinent to mention about 2-3 suktas which you have to learn, because these suktas will give you eye-opener. For example, Ano Bhadraha Kratavo Ano Bhadra Suktam, which occurs in the first mandala and 86th sukta, and it contains around 9 or 10 mantras. Similarly, you have to also learn another important suktam, Shanti Suktam from Rigveda, 5th mandala, Sukta 51, which is called a Swastino Mimitam. So Swastino Mimitam, that is, so these 2 suktas I have taught already. I mean, they have been in the Vedajana Kendra, because what is man? Man can never continue to be egoistic. Man can never be happy if he has got ahankaram, balam, darpam, kamam, krodham cha, na brahma bhuyaya kalpate. Krishna says in 18th chapter, as long as these shatrus and feelings are there, ahankaram, balam, darpam, kamam, krodham, etc., asuya, all these things are there, you are never improving as a human being. You will grow more and more miserable. If you go to Sri Sailam, at the Sikhar Darshanam point, there is one, all these Shat Shatrus are done. Kama, Krodha, Lobha, Moha, Mada, Matsarya. But ultimately, at the Matsalya Prakar, they have written one small clue. And once you drop the Matsarya, the jealous, then all the other 5 things will automatically get dropped out. See, similarly, the relationship human relationship is always noble and sweet, but they kill the human relationship only because of the jealous. So jealous may murders the relationship and all that. In the same manner, here in the Anobhadra Sukta, it is said, Anobhadraha kratavo yantu viswataha adabdhasaha asan aprayavo rakshitaro dive dive. And devanam bhadra sumati rujuyatam, devanam rati abhinoni vartatam, devanam sakhyam upasedima, vayam devana ayuhu pratirantu deva jivase. This is the 3 mansas just for sampling. I have done it. So what is that we require? Why do you want a God? Why do you want higher people? Why do you want to keep contact with sajjanas? That's why satsangatve nissangatvam, nissangatve nirmohatvam, nirmohatve nirnischalatatvam, nischalatatve jivan mukti. Understand? So this is how Shankaracharya and Bhajagovinda Stotram given the essence of Vedas. Because that satsanga, it is to remember God. That is called adabdhasaha, aparitasaha, udbhidaha, bhadraha kratavaha santu. Meaning, let noble thoughts come to us from all directions. That is, you open up your window, something like Max Muller in his introduction to Sacred Books of Series in Upanishads, he says, "Oh, you Europeans, open your window directed towards the east. Then you come to see the flow of knowledge, high philosophical, spiritual, and human welfare knowledge coming out from that." So he said, open the window towards the east. Don't close. So that means say that the east is east, and is Paschima is Paschima, west is west. You always see the difference. That's why so many people are coming to India. They get inspiration. In fact, one of our Vedadhyana Kendra student, Uchko, who is from the Slovenia, he used to come to India for on summer work, stay in Bangalore, take a room near our Kendra, near our house, and stay some 3 or 4 days. Morning and evening he used to take lessons, Rudram and all that, and go back. Once I asked him, sir, when I took him to his house, he said, why did you look at the roads here, so rugged and so many stones? And I don't care, sir. This is the place where gods have walked. So India is then where gods taken avatars and walked. But that is the kind of sentiment and feeling, ignoring all the material discomfort. So here, adabdhasaha, aparitaha, udbhitaha, then again, devaha, sat, and rakshitaraha, dive, dive. All able gods, able people must always be committed to protect us dive, dive, every day, every step. That's why even Purandaradasa also tells, Ni padadandale nadi. He says, pedestrian is the safest fellow compared to anybody putting himself upon the wheels and depend on the petrol, depend on that. Ni padadandale nadi. In fact, Madhvacharya and all these Shankaracharya, they all used their feet. Otherwise, whenever we go walking, we would say, Nataraja service. Engapa bandidiye. How did you come? By Nataraja service. That means Nataraja is padas. Today we had a beautiful dance program. So Nataraja was walking. So by walking I came. So like that, here Rakshitaraha dive dive. And you know what are gods? These Devaha Sumatihi. They don't have any evil thoughts. No God is having any evil thought. They're all good. They're all neutral. Whether you are doing a good thing or bad thing, whatever they good they should do, they do it. That's why the gods are noble. Doddavaraste. Whether you come to the office or don't come to office, whether you apply leave or not, whatever salary eligible you are, that will be signed and given to you by the boss. That's why that niyati, karya sadhana, niyati, that niyati is there with our gods, and therefore they have to be rakshitaraha undu. And innondu enandre, Devanam Bhadra Sumatihi Rujuyatam. Rujuyata means no agency in between. Straight the grace of God must come to us. No agency. Even the Purohit will bring the gods, please the gods, and he will go away. But gods remain with you in our house. That's what Vastu Purusha's prayer we do it. Vastu Sukta in Rigveda, Vastoshpate Pratijanihi Asman Swavesho Anamivo Bhavanaha. So etvemahe Praditanno Jushasva Shanno Astu Dvipadesham Chatushpade. Vastupati, Vastoshpati is your house lord. And that your house is what house you build from your money. No, that is Ishvara's house it is. In about few minutes, Ishvara's, Ishvara's house it is. Therefore, in Ishvara's house, with Ishvara's wealth, we are enjoying all those things. Therefore, Rakshitaraha dive dive. And like that, another sukta which I mentioned, two suktas as sample from that, it is called Swasti. Swasti is wherever you go, you should be safe, secure, and you should come back happily safe. For that, we have got a suktam where you see Ashwin Dev. There are 17 gods. And in this particular sukta, 17 times you hammer the head of the gods, swasti, 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 swasti. When you repeatedly make a prayer like that, can anybody keep quiet? No, he will definitely grant that swasti to you. And moreover, how I am doing swasti panthamanacharem. This sloka is important. Swasti panthamanacharema surya chandrama sauyiva punardadata grata janata sangame mahi. So this is just like sun, just like moon, who rise on time, who set on time. Likewise, moon. In that manner, may I also be so regular, punctual, and reaping whatever I should reap or we should reap during the span of our life granted upon the earth. To live upon the earth is a great fortune. To get out from the earth is a great loss also. That's why we say we want to be having that. So, and for that, whatever difficulty, ghanata, whatever difficulties that come, we have to clear them and understand the technology how by which we will be able to clear janata. And again, ultimately, sangamemihi, we just join and we just reach the goal. And in the Rigveda, out of so many mantras, the last sukta of the Rigveda concludes with the Aikamachya sukta. That is Sangachadvam, Sambadadvam, Sambhomanam Sijanatam, Samanamastu Hakutihi. No, you can just refer to that also. That Sangachadvam, go together. Sambadadvam, have dialogues. Sambhomanam Sijanatam, you try to understand each other, your minds and thinking, and try to have that kind of congress, symposium, and seminar like things. And then Samanamastu Hakuti, even your expectations must also be tallying each other, no opposition. So like something like two bulls which join to draw the cart harmoniously to the goals. So I think I started just at 6:50 at 5:14. So I was asked to take only 1 hour, and the subject is very vast. But ultimately, I want to say that our Rigveda is such a great fund of knowledge that it is able to provide you whatever kind of solution you want, and you will be making your life highly comfortable with the knowledge of the Rigveda, wherein you have the participation of hundreds and thousands of rishis, not one. Na ekaha rishi, hundreds and thousands of rishis or seers have shared their knowledge and then made the humanity become richer, richer, and richer as the generations on and go on. Therefore, the praja prapancha, that's why the loka pravaha, loka yatra will keep on going, though it is perplexed with the sattva, raja, and tamo gunas. Thank you very much for this opportunity given to me to just explain some ideas from Rigveda in nutshell, I cannot say that I have given you everything or nobody can give anything. It's all Rishi Buddhi and Rishi Anugraha and Devata Prasada. Om Swasti Sahana Vavatu Sahanau Bhunaktu Sahaviryam Karavavahi Tejasvinavadhitamastu Ma Vidvishavahai. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Harihi Om. Sarvam Sri Krishna Arpanamastu. Sarvam Sri Matrucharana Arpanamastu. Om Tat Satu. Thank you very much for the opportunity given to be able to share some ideas in Datta Yoga Mandiram. It's a yoga mandiram where so much of activity and Anagha Lakshmi Sameta Dattatreya
Datta.
Bhava is there, Datta Guru, and he is combining in him Brahma, Vishnu, Maheshwara. I made a prayer in the beginning with invoking the blessings of Anagha Sameta, Dattatreya Mahaguru. He is a Guru of Gurus. We cannot see him in any forum, anywhere he will be available. So Guru Charitra tells like that. Namaskar to all of you. Yes, Kalyanji, thank you very much.
Thanks, Andy. Thank you very much for taking your valuable time and giving us the insight and knowledge about Vedas, which are very much important in our daily life. So we will continue these conferences. Next week, we are going to host another Zoom call where you will be explaining the Yajurveda and the importance of Yajurveda in the daily life and other Vedas going forward. I wish all the participants would continue to attend this call. This call will be uploaded into Facebook and YouTube also for future references. Thanks a lot, Andy. We will see you next week.
Thank you. Sri Ram. He's Praveen Balanna.